Rounded up some questions.
I'm just letting you rock out on that.
Pondered up some questions.
Pondered up some questions.
questions.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Where you see that?
It just flew away, but it was right in between.
Oh, I see it's gonna come around the bush.
Yeah, there we go.
Real talk, real cool.
Oh, it's a baby honey hummingbird.
Nah, they're not
that's
so
how they
small
look.
like that.
Yeah.
That's how that really look, nigga. I thought that
They're
was a
small,
bug.
bro,
I will
yeah.
smack the shit out of hummingbird. Oh, that's crazy. My bad. I
Don't
ain't
take
even
him out.
Yeah,
Don't
bro.
take him out, man.
My bad. I did not know that was like a hummingbird. I didn't know that was an animal.
And they fly backwards too. They fly at that speed, and they only fly backwards. So that's a lie. They don't only fly backwards.
Look
but
at God.
They're so unique in how they fly. They can do a whole bunch of other stuff that regular birds can't.
That little ass bird that just flew by.
See how that was?
That one was
Real
zooming too.
That's pretty cool. That's why I like doing stuff outside, man. You learn something new every day.
The question I have to you guys today: do you feel like our culture does you guys? August, let's rephrase that. Does black culture do black men justice in teaching them how to root themselves?
I want to say no, because they kind of killed our original black culture. Like how we had, like, it used to be like they had communities, they had like the Black Panthers, they had a bunch of almost like groups, organizations. And now, like, they, like the stuff they put on news, they minimize us to like rappers and athletes. Like, there's not too many other black people out there doing anything else. Like, there is, but
No,
it's
there's
very
nothing
few.
But black people doing everything else, but they're not put on it.
That's what I'm saying. They not
Pedestal, but
put
it's
out
not
there.
shown.
But I'm saying, to like the way people consume things now, if it's not on TV or not in the songs, not in the
don't
news.
exist.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So it's like nobody else would know that. Like maybe some people would get there, but majority they wouldn't.
And I'm gonna be honest, like as a black woman, I
Shout
feel
out
like
black
we
women.
always shout out to the black women. We love y'all. Power to the people. We always have sisterhood regardless of everything. So that naturally helps us stay rooted in things. Hence why I think it's so easy. Like, yes, you have your Delulu friends, but I can honestly say a lot of my friends, if we're off of it, that sister always, hey girl, I'm noticing this. Let's do this. Hey girl. And I feel like even regardless of the horrible influences we have that they showcase of black women, we always have that within ourselves, our community of that. I don't think black men really have that image for real, nor are black men having the conversations to hold each other accountable to have that. Like, everybody want to be little baby.
Yeah.
Wait, but I'm little, okay, like, Dominique is cool, but what can you do?
Dominique.
That's his name.
I
Damn.
didn't know that.
I ain't even know.
Drop the joint. Everybody gonna be 4PF. You not
She
4PF.
the hat,
Oh,
though.
yeah, man.
Shout out all the HBCU students, but she be down in Atlanta with Dominique.
Be Atlanta.
All right. Okay.
Down there with Jeffrey and them.
Jeffrey, yeah. Shout out Jeffrey Jeff. I'm not gonna lose my train of thought. I was about to have a gunner question. We're not even gonna do that.
Exactly.
But both of you guys spoke on something that was important. Do I feel like we have, as black men, especially young black men, have anything to be rooted to? No, because I feel like to be rooted, you gotta understand your why. And I know that most people don't understand their why until they recognize, love, or have a family. Because until you know your nurturer or have something to nurture, you really don't even know God for real, bro. Because you don't know care. You don't know how to be cared for if you wasn't loved right as a child, bro. You don't know what love is. You don't know what... You can't even imagine what God got for you if you know your mother didn't love you.
That is true. If you got bad examples, you don't know what to look for.
So, and that's what I wanted to bring this into. You were talking about sisterhood. Sister, that's still family. We have to bring back family. Family is what will root black men back. If you look at like how divisive media and music is nowadays, everybody was fuck nigga free.
Yeah.
But the niggas is the only ones we really only got. Like we niggas. So you a fuck nigga too. Like that's the whole kill. Like you can't say, oh fuck bitches, oh fuck these niggas. Bro, we all we got type shit. And when you say divisive things like that, you recognize that I understand that to be rooted, you need a family. Oh, a family is a great way to be rooted, especially spiritually, soundly, physically, nigga. Y'all together in that shit. That's a great way to root yourself and find purpose. Because what is your why? The people I'm doing it for.
And to touch up on what you said, being rooted in family, hence why I said it's, in my opinion, I feel like it's easier for women. We are creation as far as what a woman does. And I've seen so many stories of how children change people, children change mothers. I've seen it in so many lights like that. understanding that you have something that is bigger than yourself will root you, because now you're not only doing this for you, you're doing this for other people. And I feel like the culture of what we show black men, you know, like you're already coming from, say you don't have your dad in your life, that's already one strike. That hurts everybody, the man and the woman, like the child growing up and the mother. So it's just
and that father, bro.
Literally a whole
Niggas
bunch
don't
of systematic things that just continue and continue. It's just a cycle that we have to break. And also too, I think about it, if we're being honest, black men, not gonna lie, y'all assimilate. As soon as we get some money, we stay out. Like Dr. Umar made a good point about this. I know they look at him like he's kind of crazy, but when he was talking about how, why is it when we get money we move out the hood? Yes, the hood ain't fun, but if you know these boys don't have no fathers, who's gonna sit there and look after them? And you're like, oh, that's not my job. That is your job, because it's the next generation. Let's stop complaining about the next generation if you're not gonna do nothing about it.
That's a community we need. That's
literally
a community right
we don't
there.
have that anymore.
You can't
That's
say you
not
want to
true.
change community. You don't pour
So,
back into the community.
We do have it, but we'll be like, oh, it's within me. If it's not within everybody, it's not within us.
That's some real shit. But what we talking about? Family. Oh,
We're
yeah.
talking about
There you go.
we don't have community. Yes, we have community amongst ourselves, and that's great that you've experienced community. You've experienced, I have, but culturally we don't.
Hell nah.
Back to, we think from an individual perspective. We need to think from a community perspective. Just because I have it, that's not good, because I need everybody to have it. But we don't think like that. We
Once
need
I
to
got
start.
out the bucket, I never looked back. Said the crab. Not even knowing that crab was going to get served on the white man's plate. You just food for somebody else. You got out your bucket, but you still getting ate by somebody else.
Literally.
So why not at least tell the crabs in the bucket, hey, we shouldn't be in this bucket in the first place, crabs. Let's get out of here. But wait, crab, since you're good now, damn, crab, you real good at writing and you know how to do this with computers? Well, I know these niggas who just need a website. They done had the business in the hood for the longest time. So that website will connect them to everyone because it's the World Wide Web. But you know, have that skill set. But you know niggas in the hood selling t-shirts out of Trump. Would you help them?
That's grit right there. That's grit.
And would you help them?
The people in the water boys.
That's
Yeah,
grit.
that's hustle.
And that point you just said brings back to what that guy was saying. How he was saying, like, we don't know blackness because we're here. We have an understanding, but we don't truly understand it because it's in the parameters of white supremacy.
Yep.
Like, what will we be without white people? And we always talk about it, but we don't know. A lot of our blackness is, like he was saying, is rooted in the idea of white supremacy.
And if you believe in white supremacy, it's a real thing, but that niggas don't nobody control me. There's nobody above me but God. As men, we are all on the same level. That's what I believe. And you will get humbled before God.
Literally.
So, if you believe that anyone is superior to you, it's slow for you, other than God. There is no man that's superior than you. But the white supremacist system, capitalism, and patriarchy that we live under in America definitely affects everything that we see, bro. And as a man, as a black man, bro, if you don't shut up and listen to the women and understand how that shit affects them and not just you, bro, it's easy for you to get some money, but she can't even get a job because they read her name.
Yeah.
What?
Like, let's talk about the wage gap, because that's still a real thing.
You speak on it.
Imagine you are twice as qualified as the guy sitting next to you, but because you're a woman, we're not going to give you the same salary.
Angie? Oof.
Sorry, girl. Meanwhile, Brad, affirmative action, you know.
Oh, yeah, they done said fuck affirmative
God.
action, too. We going to get to that, but go ahead. we
Yeah,
listening.
meanwhile, Brad, affirmative action versus legacy, his daddy knew the boss.
His daddy
So
is the
he's
boss.
getting, his daddy is the boss. So he's getting the job you should have got. So that anger just trickles down. The anger from the black man, the anger to the black man to the black woman, the anger to the black woman they do so much to keep us. It's just a whole bunch of just madness between each other, just a whole bunch of divisiveness. It's in their system. Honestly, at this point, the system's been created, but we haven't broke out of it. So we're still in circles. We're in cycles. Until we break those cycles, we don't know what freedom really is.
At all. And please be careful of culture. You do not know what culture is. How you were raised in the morals and values. Do not believe in what culture is pushed to be on media, because we do not run the media that is pushing quote unquote culture.
Exactly. Culture's
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
culture's also normalization, whether we want to talk about it or not. So not everything within our culture, hence what you're saying, is right. But 9 times out of 10 it will be normalized because that's quote unquote just the norm.
That's what y'all saying. I promise you, in your everyday life, the shit that Lotto is doing, or the shit that, unless it's alive, the things you see in music videos is not typically a black person's life. The extremes, power is not everybody's life. BMF was not everybody's life. Everybody in the 80s wasn't living like Snowfall type shit.
Everybody was in dope dealer.
But when you understand that some people only have the image. Niggas like these, that's chill. But like when you understand that sometimes all the outside has is the image, what image are we portraying? And what image do you want to portray? Like nigga, I'm not I could why would I want to grow up to be like Ghost? His son killed him. The fuck type of life I gotta live for my son to look at me and say, nah, I'm gonna kill that nigga? I don't want to live that. But that's the biggest show out. Franklin, Snowfall. The nigga ended up being a crackhead, bro.
Damn, I ain't finished it, but
Nah,
I know
I'm
the
on
real life
season one,
story.
bro.
I
I'm
know
on
the real life
season one
story.
type
So yeah, I know the real dude. What's the real
Freeway
dude?
Ricky.
Yeah,
Freeway Ricky's out on. He's out though.
Yeah, I know.
He's
He was telling about it. He's like, that was his story. They stole it.
Yeah, they stole his whole story.
That sound like white people for you.
It was a white writer.
Exactly. And what you're saying to, remember we talked about how it hurts black people all the time because we're visual people. So what do they have for us? The media. What we look at.
They'll show you that bullshit.
What we look at. So even though we, as a collective right now, we know that's not our reality, a lot of people don't because they're only going off of what they see. Like the average person really doesn't read like that. They get most of their sources, social media and the news. And if we understand that these things are controlled, they don't have a real perception of life.
Hell no.
They don't know what's really going on. So that's why the image is a big thing.
And that's also why you have to learn to be rooted in what your purpose is. Because if you know what you know to be true, and if you know your goals, can't nobody sway you or lead you. All this other shit is just gonna pass by. And I promise you, you're talking to the politics nigga right now, bro. Still watch the news, but I wish I would come talk about that because I know that is going to come and go. And that is doing nothing but triggering your emotions. And guess what? That little moment, they want you fucked up in the moment because they'll slide in the law. They'll slide in the law or something like that while everybody is emotional about so-and-so who just died. Why would it be on every news outlet?
No. You know what they do? They don't. They show who died, and they don't slide with the policy just got passed.
Saying.
Oh, okay. Oh, I heard it backwards. My fault.
You good. But that's literally what I'm saying. There will be actual policies being made. Or so-and-so just broke up with so-and-so. They'll take over pages that are showing black people things but not show black people real issues. And I know once you know that there are real issues going on, you should really just give a fuck about what everybody else got to say, bro. But when you peep that, if you peep that, you'll get it. But if you don't, you don't. Free that shit.
Submarine's a perfect example.
Summer.
The submarines.
Oh yeah.
There were so many policies being made behind our backs, man. They're sitting there putting. They wrote a new bill or whatever, right? So I'm gonna speak on it. I'm still in the process of research, so y'all, that's why important. Do your own research. Don't rely on your own understanding. Do your own research. There's this bill that's being passed, and they passed a budget, a budget for a whole bunch of great stuff, supposedly, but they cut back the budget on a lot of stuff. So environmental laws took a big hit. So now, because we're trying to create jobs, which is good, but to what cost? Let's not talk about. We always talk about jobs are great, but let's talk about the after effect of what it does to have these jobs, our environment. So I believe in the Appalachian Trail, they're building a whole bunch of waste and things will be there. And my thing is
fucking the water up.
That's what they're messing our water up. And if you think on the East Coast, I'm like, come on, man, look at our systems, our filtration. I'm like, hold on now, that affects us. We think, we get our water from different sources. Honestly, we really don't. When you look at the whole system with tap water and our sources, we're screwed. That's why you really shouldn't be drinking it. That's another side note.
If you drinking tap water, I don't know what to tell you. If you still got fluoride in your toothpaste, I don't know what to tell you. So let those first two things real quick. Don't drink the tap water and just switch to a fluoride-free toothpaste.
At least get a filter, to filter your water. I'm saying it's not gonna make it perfect, but it's better than drinking straight out the tap.
Yeah,
filter, man.
You know PG County's water is so bad we have to use water softener. in like stores and restaurants and stuff like that.
Why
That's
didn't
because that's how harsh the water actually is in PG.
There's a lot of
course, the
places like
niggas.
that. It's like kind of majority of the
No,
water
But
damn near.
let's think of different places though. You know, Goodwill, the filtration systems are better for white areas.
Yeah, no, literally in
Yeah.
Danvers, it's a sister store, and they don't have that system that we have here because the water is that much different. That's how the system. It's same water, just different people running the water, so their water is a little bit cleaner.
They
over
probably maintenance the pipes and all the stuff it flow through. Yeah, to
Exactly.
fix
Because
all
they-
that.
there. Man, well, you know why?
Yeah, the zoning. That's what you gotta really look at. Local,
Redlining.
look at
Yeah.
local
Talking
about
politics.
zoning.
Local
Remember that.
politics influence the major politics.
And
That's what it
why,
really
hey,
is.
Local politics coming soon, love.
You gotta get into local politics.
You do.
Read more, y'all. Read more upon what's happening in your neighborhoods and your cities, because that's where it starts. Y'all over here screaming, the president. Baby, y'all let so much happen to get up to there.
Mm-hmm.
So come on now.
And you have to understand what. First of all, I like to break down words to the meanings. Preside is the word in president. Whoever presides over everything is just a representative. The president is a watcher. If I'm presiding over the meeting, I'm just the watcher, the observer, the head of the meeting. I'm doing nothing in the actual meeting. So I want you to understand that a president, a presider over the country, is doing nothing for the actual country other than standing there and being the figurehead, the person running the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Not actually discussing what's going on in the meeting because that's all local level stuff. There's just one person above all, the presider.
Really.
So stop thinking that the president that you pick is really going to change shit for you. Things happen on a local level. You
Yeah.
can enact change. The biggest facade that America will tell you is that you have no power in yourself.
Mhm.
If you got a fucking dollar, you got power. And matter of fact, it's what you do with that dollar that has even more power. So get your shit together, yo.
And speaking of that, America, let's talk about what's happening in France right now.
Giant
Them
rioting.
people revolt, man. They revolt. There's power in numbers. That one person did a change. So from the stories, if I'm correct, And-
Yeah, check.
if I'm correct, let's say
check
y'all
yourself.
y'all
Check
can check
yourself.
me and check yourself too. There was a boy who got killed by the police, and I believe Algerian descent. Or
I was like
something.
17 too. It was a teen.
Yeah, he was a teen. But from what I read, he is Muslim. We already know France and Muslims and Islam over there, they act real weird towards them. At one point, they
do.
had a whole law where they're trying to ban the hijab. You cannot ban somebody's culture and religion like that.
You can't.
You can't do it.
Dang.
But you know, France be wilding. But I tell people, look at what France has done. And you think you right in there living there?
Bro.
Another story. But because of that death, they started rioting. Like Chief Keef grilling the coop, finna pull up to the zoo. They
Yeah.
freed the zoo.
Blew New
They
Jersey
free-
up.
They blew New Jersey up.
They freed the zoo. And this is the
Blew
first time
Marseille
that France continues to test the people. Because those people, every time,
Yeah, they riot.
they riot.
That's
That's
swear
how
they.
stuff gets made.
I
stuff
swear
gets
they was
changed.
rioting like last year or 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. France has a riot every year.
Yeah.
Cause then they just did they tried to up the wage gap. too.
that's
That's-
the
yeah.
That was the last riot. It
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
wage riot.
And they stopped. They over here. Like, imagine a giraffe at your window, man. Like, just, I would lose
You
my
know, matter of fact, I'm
mind.
gonna go to work. I am gonna go to work. Hey, free that little boy.
Yeah.
Put that nigga in jail. It's a lion outside. Like,
You know what I'm saying? No, he got killed by the police.
yeah, put that motherfucker
Oh.
who killed him in jail. It's a lion
Exactly.
outside. They done
I'm
freed the
saying.
zoo.
Bro, they got lions and tigers out
That's crazy.
in,
Like,
in
bro,
the
Guys
city.
on the phone.
That's
They
what
in
I'm
my
saying,
city
dog.
now.
Like, that's not real. Like, the fact that's happening, that sounds so not real. Like, this is in GTA. Nah, it's real life. Paris is GTA. European GTA, dog.
Literally.
Hey, and look,
They got the
since
first
they're-
Madagascar. They broke out.
But look, you got to understand another thing. Like, if you didn't know that was happening in France, you got to recognize that if it's not happening in front of you, America will not tell you, because America's best bet is to keep you in a bubble so you don't recognize other things are possible and other
Mhm.
things are going on.
Shoot, that Ukraine war. I'm surprised that's still going on. They just stopped talking about that joint.
Bro, that shit.
No, they're having a meeting.
yeah,
They're having a
was-
meeting about that. NATO's pulling up with a meeting, and Biden's on he's on his European tour right now, and they're all having a meeting in Lithuania.
Lithuania.
Oh, I didn't even know it's pronounced that way. See, is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, that's
country?
how you pronounce
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's Lithuania.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a person. You said
No,
Luthia.
you know I'm a Negro,
The
y'all. I mean,
lithium ion battery place.
yeah, the battery joint. They having a world meeting with NATO there, invited on a tour to certain European countries before he get to that meeting involving Ukraine in the war.
Wow.
That's still going on, man. It's still fresh. Happened yesterday. Him on tour.
Joe
Mm.
Biden is a bot, so I'm afraid that. Yeah, right there. We could have. Oh man. August, thank you for coming out. I like to end these with affirmations. And specifically, since you are a black woman, can you remind these black women of 3 good affirmations? Well, whatever you tell yourself, just share it with them. Or anything.
You are light. Your voice matters.
Into the mic.
You are light. Your voice matters. Always give grace. Because you're going to need that grace one day, too.
What does you are like mean?
That you shine through. People are always watching and looking. So that's why you gotta stand on your 10 toes and stay great. And don't think of it from an anxious place like, people always watching. No, there should be pride in that. That this is something that's bigger than me. So if I'm going to be watched, I'm going to make sure I set a great example.
Real fucking shit, man. Y'all heard her.
Big shit, yeah.
You talk big shit, little nigga.
People looking out for you. That's what that's saying. They seeing what you want to do. You on the map. That's a good thing, though. Being on the radar.
It's a fucking blessing.
That means you brighten up to shine. Like the stars that make it to Earth. They brighten up to shine.
All right, Vaughn. Affirm the young men on something, bro.
Affirm the young man. Man. Where do I start?
Somewhere.
I know, right?
like you
I
still
know,
nigga
right?
thinking, yeah.
Shit, where do I start?
You're not the freestyler.
I'm not. See, because I was going to say the same thing I've been saying. I just got to say something a little different. I just want to say, dang, I said it already, too. Shoot. I was...
Let it cook.
I just... Damn. You know, we going to come back to me. We going to go back.
Hey, man. Stay grounded, bro. But, like, I got a lot of ideas, but I'm very down to earth. So I got a real good balance of that. Staying down to earth and staying true to yourself is what's going to keep you where you're at, and that's going to keep your head on straight. Keep your head on straight. Because there's so much that's going to pass you by, and there's so much opportunities to knock you out of alignment and get you off your pivot. But put your foot on the gas and master, because you know where you're supposed to be and you know where you're going. So keep your head on straight and just do it. That's all.
That's cool.
Yeah, bro.
That's real.
All right. Now, I think I got a little something. I just want to say, you want to be like a sponge. You try to soak up all the best attributes of the stuff around you. Like, you want to just take in everything if that's helpful, you know. Get to be well-rounded, I guess. Yeah.
Be well-rounded, man. Don't be a square. Loser. Just getting to that. But we love y'all. Perfect time, and thank you all for listening.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm very appreciative.
I appreciate you
Thank you
coming,
for coming out.
Exactly.
All right, and that's it. Gang.
And scene. Oh, we got to get a picture for the thumbnail.